One of the things so special about the Senior Center is that individuals can come together and share their skills and interests in a group setting. If you know how to crochet, needle crafts are a popular pastime at the Senior Center. And Dianne, you're the instructor. What are you teaching today? What pattern?
I'm teaching one that's called pastel panels, and it has variegated plus plain wool, and it makes an interesting pattern and the way that they all blend together, the colors.
So do you have to be a beginner crocheter or advanced? How many skills do you need?
I think you have to know the basic stitches because this pattern isn't really one of the most difficult ones, but you do need to basically know how to crochet. You cannot be a beginner.
And how long does it take to complete this project?
Well, I have it booked for 4 weeks, so at the end of 4 weeks they should be pretty well on their way, and then some of them they like to work at it at home too.
Dianne, why do you like to be an instructor here at the Senior Center?
Well, I started off as a participant, and then I decided, or I was asked to do some crocheting classes, and I do some painting on wood classes, and I just love the people. I mean, we all have such a good time together, and I've become friends with some of the ladies, and we go out together, and it's a wonderful way to make friends, and I love teaching.
What are some projects that you're particularly proud of that you've completed in the crocheting?
Well, I've made many, many Afghans myself, and I've given them away to family members, and I've made them for wedding gifts and baby gifts too. So,
just in time for the holidays, Nancy is teaching a class on how to make an angelic table runner. So Nancy, can you take us through the step-by-step process of making this craft?
Well, first of all, we make the table runner by itself, and after it's all quilted, then we applique the angel and its wings and the trumpet on top of the finished table runner.
Is this a form of quilting?
Yes, it is, and it edges on a little bit of fabric art too, but mainly quilting.
Speaking of fabric art, you have some examples of your art. Can you describe what fabric art is for someone who may not be aware of it?
It's creating art with fabric instead of painting. I did painting for a number of years, took classes with John Keast, and now I'm using those skills to make art with my fabric. I took a class and found out that I could make art with my sewing machine, and I've never really touched the paintbrushes since then.
Can you describe those three examples that you have for us?
One of them is called Humble Bumblebee, and I took a photo from my garden of my echinacea and photo transferred it onto fabric, used it for the base of my quilt, and then made a tiny bumblebee with thread painting and Angelina fiber wings and sewed it on. Another part of that piece is machine quilting right on top of the fabric. The second one is called Faces, and it is a very spooky tree, and all the knot holes and the texture in the tree, you can see faces that I've put into the tree to make it kind of a spooky picture.
And the third picture is the butterfly, the beautiful butterfly. Can you describe that?
It's a monarch butterfly on top of a flower, and I took that picture and made my pattern from that, and have hand painted it, and now I'm ready to quilt it.
Do you have any words of encouragement for somebody who's thinking about starting any of this?
Just come and try. It takes a little bit of time, and you've learned a lot just by trying. Sometimes I don't know exactly where I'm going with a piece, and just plunge in and give it a go. And if it doesn't work, it's just a little bit of your time and a little bit of materials, and you've learned a lot in the meantime.
For more information on the Senior Center, you can contact them Monday to Friday between 10 and 5. For Shaw TV, I'm Gordanier.